Hokage get burning art at the start, Chapter 201-220. Chapter 201 The Rebellion of Jinglian Demon Fire. Is this the Jinglian Demon Fire? It's really overbearing. Feeling the power of this pure lotus demon fire, Feng Jian was overjoyed immediately. But this side was only half happy when the Jinglian demon fire escaped from Feng Yan's body. Then he turned into a handsome white-robed man. Seeing that the Jinglian demon fire actually took shape, Kazama immediately had a bad premonition in his heart. Although Yuhi Lotus Karma had previously transformed into a human form, Kazama did not feel any threat to her. But now this white-robed man transformed by the pure lotus demon fire made Fengjian feel a terrifying aura. Is it you who summoned the deity? The deity. Hearing the words of the white-robed man who was transformed into the Jinglian demon fire, Kazeji felt bad. Listening to Jinglian Yaohuo's words, do you mean to be my enemy? Just when Fengjian was thinking like this, the white-robed man transformed into the Jinglian demon fire raised one hand. In the wind, the whole body was burned by the pure lotus demon fire in an instant. Even with the strongest defensive volcanic stone flame body, Fengjian can still feel the burning sensation brought by the pure lotus demon fire. As expected of the Jinglian demon fire, it's really powerful. Kazama said and absorbed the flames from his body into his body. Ding! The Jinglian demon fire has already rebelled against the host, and the Jinglian demon fire must be subdued in order to gain all the abilities of the Jinglian demon fire. Hearing the system's words, Feng Jian was speechless. It seems that the more powerful the strange fire, the more difficult it is to conquer. Jinglian Yaohuo, you were summoned by me anyway, but you killed me as soon as you appeared. Are you still human? Don't give me nonsense. Although I am a strange fire, I have already cultivated spiritual wisdom and transformed into a human body. Now I am the pure lotus monster. How can you be subdued by such a small hair? Humph! How dare you call yourself the pure lotus demon venerable, so I'll beat you back to your original form today. Just as Kase was about to start, Sasuke who was beside him took the lead in killing the Jinglian Yaozen in the air. Dare to speak rudely to Lord Kazama, I think you are tired of living. It's a pity that although Sasuke is aggressive, he is not the opponent of Jinglian Yaozen at all. An ant dares to do it with me. At this time, the pure lotus monster smiled coldly, and instantly burned Sasuke's complete body Susanoo into nothingness. If it wasn't for Kazama hurriedly blocking Sasuke with volcanic stone flames, I am afraid that even Sasuke will be burned to ashes in an instant. You ants have some strength. You actually have volcanic stone flames. No wonder you can block my attack. Sasuke, step back first and let me deal with him. Kazama said Kamui and absorbed Sasuke into another dimension. Otherwise, with the strength of Jinglian Yaozen, it is possible to kill Sasuke at any time. It's a pity that your strange fire has not changed shape and has no spiritual wisdom, so it is not my opponent at all. Who told you that my strange fire has no intelligence? Kazama said and summoned Yuhi Lotus Karma. And when Jinglian Yaozen saw the stunning beauty made by Yuhi's lotus cremation, he was immediately shocked. Not only amazed by Yuhi Lianyahuo's stunning appearance. It was even more shocking that Kazama could also have a different fire that transformed into a human form. Yuhi Lotus Karma, go and meet him. Hearing Kazama's order, Yuhi's lotus fire immediately turned into a monstrous flame, and killed it towards Jinglian Yaozen. But Jinglian Yaozen smiled instead of anger after seeing it. Chapter 202 Fancy hanging to clean the lotus fire. Humph! The 8th ranked trash dares to do it with me. Okay, then I'll make you a fire slave for me to drive. Looking for death. Although Yuhi Lotus Karma is not ranked as high as Jinglian Yaozen, her strength is not weak. Moreover, she is not even afraid of Fengjian, who has many kinds of strange fires, so how can she be afraid of a pure lotus demon? With the battle of Yuhi Lotus Karmic Fire and pure lotus demon Zun, Yuhi, one white and 2 different fires. The dense forest here was instantly burnt to ashes. This destructive power was not only unexpected for Kazama, but even Black Zetsu couldn't help but wonder. Fangjan, you can be regarded as meeting an opponent now, burn you bastard to death. Black Zetsu took advantage of the fact that he was far away from the wind, so he kept scolding the wind, trying to let out a sigh of anger in his heart. But who knows that the wind has super perception? He knew all the bells and whistles in this area for hundreds of miles, not to mention Black Zetsu's scolding. Therefore, Black Zetsu's scolding just started, and the Golden Emperor Fantianyan in the wind surrounded Black Zetsu. The burning Black Zetsu was rolling on the ground, in a state of embarrassment. You bastard in the wind, don't forget that I am now possessed by Hokage. If you burn me to death, Hokage will not survive. Hokage, I have my own way to save you, but you will be slowly tortured to death by me. Kazama said, and looked at Yuhi Lotus Karma and Jinglian Yaozan who were fighting fiercely in the air again. At this time, the Jinglian Yaozan can be said to be more and more brave, but Yuhi's Lotus Fire is a little difficult to support. After all, she and Jinglian Yaozan do have a lot of gaps. But even so, Yuhi Lotus Karma didn't flinch in the slightest. I said Yuhi Lotus Karma, don't support it, you are not my opponent at all, that kid in the wind let you fight to kill you, why do you have to help him? It's better to surrender to me and be my bed-warming girl. Damn. Hearing Jinglian Yaozan's ridicule, Yuhi Lotus Karma became more and more angry. But she also knew that she was indeed far from Jinglian Yaozan. Now she has used all her strengths, but she is still defeated by Jinglian Yaozan. Okay, you bitch, since you don't know how to flatter yourself, don't blame me for being ruthless. Just when Jinglian Yaozan was about to kill Yuhi Lotus Karma, a volcanic stone flame immediately appeared around Yuhi Lotus Karma, blocking the attack of Jinglian Yaozan. Afterwards, another Golden Emperor, Fantianyan, beat the Jinglian Yaozan back several steps in a row. You kid actually owns the Golden Emperor Fantianyan. Seeing this golden fire in the wind, Jinglian Yaozan was once again surprised. Although Emperor Jin Fantianyan was one level lower than him, his strength was almost the same as Emperor Jin Fantianyan. Golden Emperor Fantianyan might not be able to kill him, but at the same time he couldn't help Golden Emperor Fantianyan. But even so, Jinglian Yaozan didn't want to give in, and kept shouting at the wind. Boy, don't think that you can challenge me if you have 3 kinds of strange fires, you must know that these 3 kinds of strange fires are my defeats. You're wrong, I have more than 3 different fires. Kazama said, and then he summoned all the remaining 17 kinds of strange fires. With the Yan of Life, the 8 Desolations of Destruction, the Golden Ancestral Fire of Juyu, and the appearance of a total of 20 different fires such as the Yuhi Lotus Karmic Fire, the Volcanic Stone Flame, and the Golden Emperor's Burning Heaven Flame that have been displayed in the wind. Chapter 203 Crazy Hanging Net Lotus Demon Fire. Even if it was as strong as the Jinglian Demon Venerable, he couldn't help but take a few steps back in fright, and fell out in cold sweat. And you said one thing wrong, I would never treat my companions as abandoned sons, Yuhi Lotus Karma. Hearing this call from Kazama, the fire spirit that Yuhi Lianye Fire transformed into instantly understood Kazama's intention. Immediately afterward, the remaining 19 different fires were absorbed into the body. At the moment when Yuhi's Lotus Karmic Fire was absorbed, the world was in turmoil, and ghosts and wolves cried. The entire ninja world was stunned by the strangeness caused by the battle between Kazama and Jinglian Yaozan. At this time, the Yuhi Lotus Karmic Fire, which had fused 20 kinds of different fires, has been completely reborn. I saw that his whole body was shrouded in brilliance of 20 different colors. Yuhi Lotus Karma, who originally had a national look and a celestial appearance, now looks even better than before. It can be said that it is like a city of people, and a country of people. And the aura that it exudes now, even the wind is shocked. Because this momentum alone is enough to smash the entire ninja world. Monster! What a monster! Lotus Demon Fire on the side saw the Yuhi Lotus Karmic Fire at this time, and the wind rune that turned the Yuhi Lotus karmic fire into this. Suddenly, he exclaimed again and again, and then saw Yazi was about to run away. Yuhi's lotus fire, which is now a fusion of 20 kinds of different fires, how could he escape? Yuhi Lian Yahuo gently lifted it with one hand, and Jinglian Yaohuo was imprisoned in place. No matter how hard he tried, he couldn't break free. How about Jinglian Yaohuo, are you willing to surrender to me now? If it wasn't for Fengyan's order to completely subdue the pure lotus fire for his own use, he would have ordered Yuhi's lotus fire to burn it into nothingness. Humph, even if I surrender, I have to surrender to Yuhi Lotus Karma. What are you? You are not the one who defeated me. Good. Seeing that Jinglian Yaohuo still refused to surrender to himself, Fengjian immediately burst into laughter. The reason why I let Yuhi Lian Yahuo fight is because you are not worthy of me, but since you don't accept me, then I will let you see my true strength. Stop pretending to force me, let me go if you have the ability, and see how I abuse you. Yuhi Lotus Karma Fire. Hearing Kazama's order, Yuhi Lotus Karma immediately released the lock on Jinglian Yaohuo. But at this time, the Jinglian demon fire did not fight with the wind, but immediately fled away. Little miscellaneous hair, if you want to subdue me, just catch up with me first, haha. Jinglian Yaohuo disappeared without a trace in a few breaths. This can suddenly make the wind a bit dumbfounded. If you want to run, you want to be beautiful. Fengjian said and turned the 8 desolations into a pair of flaming wings. After a few breaths, he caught up with the Jinglian demon fire who escaped. How is this possible? Seeing that he had tried his best, Fengjian still easily caught up with him. The Jinglian demon fire immediately turned into anger, and immediately came towards the wind. Xiao Mao, do you think that if you catch up with me, I will obey you? Wrong. I just deliberately lure you away from Yuhi Lian Yahuo, and then deal with you on the spot, haha. Super Shinra Tensai Almighty Push Sign. Demon fire hit Fengji, it was scattered by Rinnegan's pupil technique. How is this possible? Seeing that Fengjian still has this ability, Jinglian Yaozhen was suddenly surprised. In this world, your magic won't work for me at all, Bansho Tenon Universal Pull. Before waiting for Jinglian Yaozhen to react, Fengjian sucked him to his side again. Chapter 204 Conquer the Net Lotus Fire. Dare to let me get so close to you, you are courting death. Jinglian Yaozhen took advantage of the situation and launched an attack in the wind again. Super Shinra Tensai Almighty Push Sign. It's a pity that the next moment, it was knocked out by the wind. Bansho Tenon Universal Pull. Super Shinra Tensai Almighty Push Sign. After a few rounds like this, Jinglian Yaozhen has been shocked by all kinds of meat and 8 elements. You bastard, how dare you use me as a ball? Not bad. My technique is the technique of playing ball. I'm mad at me too. After saying that, Jinglian Yaozhen opened up a space on his own and pulled Fengjian into it. Little Misty, I am not your opponent in that world, but in my world, your magic won't work. Shinra Tensai Almighty Push Sign is indeed useless in this alien space he created. Haha, little bastard, you will die. Golden Emperor Fan Tianyan. Just when Jinglian Yaozhen thought that this time Fengjian would surely die. But he never thought that Fengjian would actually burn his own space into nothingness. Then the two of them returned to the world of Hokage for 100 years. My Golden Emperor, Fan Tianyan, can burn even the space, your technique won't work for me. I'm mad at me too. Seeing that he was restrained by the wind one after another, the Jinglian demon was so angry that he bit Kiba and gnashed his teeth, but there was nothing he could do. Chibaku Tensai Heavenly Body bursting from the earth. At this moment, Fengjian probed with one hand, and Jinglian Yaozhen was sucked into the small black ball in the air. Then the stones, trees, etc. below all overwhelmed Jinglian Yaozhen. Humph, this kind of attack doesn't mean anything to me. Just when Jinglian Yaozhen continued to pretend. Suddenly seeing the Golden Emperor Fantianyan in the wind, he was also sucked by this Chibaku Tensai, heavenly body bursting from the earth. At this moment, Chibaku Tensai, heavenly body bursting from the earth, has become a huge fireball, and it is also a fireball surrounded by different fires. The six paths immortals used Chibaku Tensai, heavenly body bursting from the earth, to create the moon, and today I will use Chibaku Tensai, heavenly body bursting from the earth, to create a sun. Be enlightened. Seeing that he has been sucked by Chibaku Tensai, heavenly body bursting from the earth. And it was burned by the Golden Emperor Fantianyan, whose power was no less than his own. Jinglian Yaozan suddenly felt an aura of death. He also finally understood that what Kazami said before was true, that he did have the ability to hang himself. I have obeyed Master Fengjian, please spare my life, I will definitely follow your lead. Ding! Successfully subduing the Jinglian demonic fire. Congratulations to the host for obtaining the nightmare sky mist that comes with the Jinglian demonic fire, which can make millions of people in demonic illusion at the same time. Ding! Congratulations to the host for obtaining the Net Lotus puppet technique. This technique can turn people burned by the Net Lotus demon fire into fire slave puppets for the host to drive. Hearing the confirmation from the system, Kazama believed that Jinglian Yaozan had truly surrendered to him. Otherwise, Fengjian really wouldn't dare to let Jinglian Yaozan go so easily. After all, the strength and ambition of this guy should not be underestimated. Afterwards, Fengjian took Jinglian Yaozan and returned to the place of Yuhi Lotus karmic fire. At this time, Yuhi Lotus Karma didn't know that Jinglian Yaozan had surrendered to Kazama, so he was going to take action on it. Fengjian quickly stopped her after seeing it, and explained the situation to her. At this time, the Pure Lotus Demon Venerable also changed his arrogant appearance before, nodding and bowing at Yuhi Lotus Karma's unstoppable forehead. Although his ranking on the different fire ranking is much higher than that of Yuhi Lotus Industry Fire. The current Yuhi Lotus Fire is a fusion of 20 different fires. Therefore, in terms of strength alone, the Yuhi Lotus Karmic Fire at this time can already completely abuse the Pure Lotus Demon Venerable. Sister-in-law, you have been offended before, please don't be angry. What? What did you call me? Hearing the words of Jinglian Yaozan, Fengjian and Yuhi Lotus Karma were both shocked. Chapter 205 How to Open the 9-Tomo Samsara Sharingan. Fengjian is my eldest brother now, so aren't you my eldest sister-in-law? Damn. Hearing the words of Jinglian Yaozan, Yuhi Lotus Karma turned a Yuhi on his face. Immediately, Jinglian Yaozan was beaten with a blue nose and a swollen face. Brother Kazama, can you help me, what did I say wrong? Jinglian Yaozan hurriedly hid behind Fengjian. You are flattering on the horse's hoof. I can't control such a peerless beauty like Yuhi Lotus Industry Fire. What did you say? At this moment, the Yuhi Lotus Karma glared at Kazama again, so frightened Kazama hurriedly waved his hands and smiled awkwardly. Okay ni, since you've all become my companions now, let's forget about the unhappiness of the past. Humph, I still have to say it. Suinder, S forehead Yuhi, S Lotus Karma turned into a fire and returned to Kazama's body. Big brother Kazama, you must hurry up and cultivate, if you have anything to do, just call me again. Jinglian Yaozan also turned into flames and escaped into Fengyan's body. Seeing that he not only subdued the powerful Jinglian Demon Venerable, it merged into the more powerful Yuhi Lotus Karma, and Kazama was content. Then he looked at the Black Zetsu below who was being tortured by the Golden Emperor's Fantianyan. At this time, Black Zetsu had been burned to the point of unconsciousness, and he was dying. So Kazami wanted to take advantage of the situation to kill him, but just when Kazami was ready to do it, the system stopped him immediately, which immediately made Kazama puzzled. If the host wants to obtain the 9-Tomo Samsara Sharingan, it must use the power of Black Zetsu. What? Hearing the system's words, Kazama was taken aback again. He never thought that Black Zetsu could make himself open the Sharingan of 9-Tomo's reincarnation. If so, then Black Zetsu really can't kill. Because under the influence of the host, Black Zetsu has only absorbed half of the chakra of the seven-tailed beast so far. If there is no Black Zetsu's final spiritual fusion, the body of Ten Tails cannot be summoned, that is, Otsutsuki Kagaya, and the host has only by absorbing the power of Otsutsuki Kagaya can the 9-tomo Samsara Sharingan be fully opened. Otherwise, even if the host finally obtains the power of 10 tails, you can only open the 6-tomo Samsara Sharingan. Quote. So it is. Only then did Kazama understand the true method of opening the Sharingan of 9-tomo Samsara. Although the 6-tomo Samsara Sharingan strength is not weak. But compared with 9-tomo, there is still a world of difference. Since we want to open, we must open the most powerful reincarnation Sharingan. Well then. Thinking of this, Kazama could only re-release the half-dead Black Zetsu. That's right. At this time, Fengji suddenly thought that the Jinglian demon fire could turn the burning person into a puppet and let him drive it. Since Koto Amatsukami can't control Black Zetsu, use the pure lotus fire to control Black Zetsu's actions. However, when Kazama told the system about this idea, he was attacked by the system. Black Zetsu is not a human body, but a product of will, so the pure lotus demon fire can only kill it, but cannot control it. Well, since that's the case, then Black Zetsu can only be left alone before he resurrects Otsutsuki Kagaya. Thinking of this, Kazama immediately removed the Golden Emperor Fantianyan who was constantly burning Black Zetsu, and cast the flame of life to resuscitate it. At this time, Black Zetsu didn't know that Kazama saved him. Even more do not know the real reason for the wind to keep his own life. So as soon as this side woke up, it immediately merged into the underground and escaped without a trace. Humph. Seeing Black Zetsu fleeing, Kazama immediately sneered. He also informed Obito to bring back half of the 8-tailed bull ghost's chakra for Geto Mazo, demonic statue of the outer path, to absorb. Next is Naruto's Kyuubi, 9 tails. As long as Geto Mazo, demonic statue of the outer path, absorbs half of the 9-tailed beast's chakra, he can use the power of Black Zetsu to summon 10 tails. Ontology Otsutsuki Kagaya up. Quote. Kazama was extremely excited when he thought that he was about to get the legendary 9-tomo Samsara Sharingan. If you want to absorb the power of Kyuubi, 9 tails, in Naruto's body, you must let it release the Kyuubi, 9 tails body, there. Kazama remembered that Naruto would learn how to control Kyuubi, 9 tails, from Killer Bee in the future. And during the period Kyuubi, 9 tails, completely went through it once. So Kazama decided to let Naruto follow Killer Bee to learn how to control the tailed beast in advance. As long as Naruto rampages and releases Kyuubi, 9 tails, Kazama will be able to absorb it. At that time, I will be able to obtain the power of 10 tails, open the 3-tomo Samsara Sharingan, and get even more powerful flames. Thinking of this, Kazama immediately woke up the 4th generation Raikage who was in a coma, and explained his thoughts to Raikage. The 4th generation of Raikage naturally nodded in agreement after listening. After all, he was previously controlled by Black Zetsu, but Kazama saved himself. And Kazami's strength is so strong, he naturally dare not refuse Kazami's request. But what Kazama didn't expect was that when he returned to Konoha, Naruto actually disappeared. Chapter 206 Scare Tsunade. How did it suddenly disappear? Was it taken away by an enemy who coveted the power of Kyuubi, 9 tails? Kazama, who came back, immediately asked Tsunade. It's very possible, because the previous martial arts tournament was held in the country of fire, so many ninjas from other countries would stop by to visit our Konoha, and Konoha's defenses were much laxer than usual. The enemy must take this opportunity to capture Naruto. Go. Have Anbu been sent to search? The wind can be said to be very anxious now. After all, Naruto is his own companion. And if Naruto was really drawn out of Kyuubi, 9 tails power by the enemy, then he would not be able to absorb Kyuubi, 9 tails, and obtain the power of 10 tails. Alas! Hearing Naruto's questioning, Tsunade shook his head helplessly. We have sent out several groups of ninjas one after another, but none of Naruto's whereabouts have been found. Damn. Kazama immediately exerted his super perception. After investigating the situation within a radius of hundreds of miles, Naruto's whereabouts were still not found. How should this be? Just when Kazama and Tsunade were at a loss, Shino, Kiba, and Hinata, who participated in the search mission, also walked in. Reporting to Master Tsunade, if you want to find out Naruto's whereabouts, you may be able to use fragrant insect. Micro-scented bug. Is that the micro-fragrant bug that can rely on smell to find its target even if it is thousands of miles apart? Hearing Shino's words, Tsunade immediately asked in surprise. Not bad. But as far as I know, the fragrant worms have become extinct. Could it be that your Aburame clan still exists? No, but our Aburame clan discovered that the fragrant insects have recently appeared in the country of fire. As long as we search the kingdom of fire, we may be able to find the traces of the fragrant insects. Do you know how big the country of fire is? Looking for it bit by bit, it will take several months at the fastest. Tsunade smiled wryly as he spoke. It won't take so long, Kazama said and walked up to Shino. Shino, you immediately draw the little fragrant worm. As long as it is still in the land of fire, I will be able to find his trace. How is this possible? Hearing Kazama's words, Shino, Tsunade and others all expressed their disbelief. However, Shino still handed Kazama's picture book to Kazama. After learning about the appearance of micro-fragrant insect, Kazama once again used his super perception. And used Susanoo to increase super perception to the extreme. After a few breaths, the traces of the micro-fragrant insects were searched. Found it. It's in the Rocky Valley in the south of the Fire Nation. What? So fast? Hearing Kazama's words, Tsunade, Shino, and others were all taken aback. Tsunade thought that no matter how fast Kazama was, it would take days to find it. But now it has only been a few seconds, and the wind has found the trace of the micro-fragrant insect. Tsunade immediately admired this. And Shino and the others have long been stunned by Kazami's sky-defying perception. Okay, since that's the case, then, Shino, go back and pack up and help the wind to tame the worms. Don't pack up, let's go straight now. This. Seeing Kazama in such a hurry, Tsunade immediately laughed awkwardly. What do you know about the wind? The Rocky Valley in the southern part of the country of fire is far away from our Konoha, and it will take 3 days to arrive at the earliest. If you don't pack up, what will you eat and where will you sleep on the way? What? Don't worry, Tsunade-sama, let alone the land of fire, it is the entire ninja world. As long as I want to go, I can reach it instantly. As soon as Funyun's voice fell, flame wings formed by the 8 desolate destruction flames appeared on his back. Tsunade and Shino took a few steps back in fright. They have never seen wings growing on the backs of people, but wings made of flames. Let's go, Shino. Just when Shino was shocked, he had been taken to the 9 heavens by the wind. After a few moments of effort, the two of them had arrived at the Rocky Rock Valley in the south of the Fire Country. Damn it, this. Shino, who has always liked to pretend to be deep, was slumped on the ground because of the shock. No wonder everyone says Fengjian is a monster-like genius, and now he is well-deserved when he sees it. Little devil, it seems that you are also here to find the micro-fragrant insects. Just when Shino was shocked by Kazami's sky-high speed, 3 ferocious ninjas immediately appeared here and surrounded them. Chapter 207 Be looked down upon. The Shengshui Lu family. Shino couldn't help being surprised when he saw the costumes the 3 were wearing. The so-called Shengshui Ryu clan is a clan in the village of Iwagakure that specializes in fighting against insects. Of the same nature as the Aburame clan that Shino belongs to. It turns out to be a kid from the Aburame clan. No wonder we know our name. Originally, our mission was to come here to destroy the little fragrant worm, so that you, Konoha, would not use it to find the whereabouts of the Kyuubi, 9-Tails kid, but I didn't expect you to move so fast that you found this place all at once. Since this is the case, then we can only kill the two little devils from Konoha and the micro-scented insects together, so as to avoid future troubles, especially the little devils of your Aburame clan. We must cut you into pieces to solve our problems. Hate in my heart. Aburame clan in the Third Ninja War. So they were exiled from the village of Iwagakure, which brought them to the brink of extinction. Therefore, they naturally hated the Aburame clan where Shino belonged. If I ran into you alone, I might really lose my life, but now that my companions are here, it's you who will die, right Kazama? Facing the siege of the three, Shino didn't care, and calmly looked at Kazama next to him. Kazama, is that Sanada Kazama, who is known as a monster-like genius? Hearing Shino's words, the three of Shang Shui Ryu immediately looked at Kazama in horror. Shino. Hearing Kazama calling himself, Shino nodded immediately. I heard Mr. Jiraiya say that as long as you call your partner's name, it means you are going to start pretending. I will stay away from you now. No, you retreat with me immediately. What? Seeing that Kazama had not fought yet, he started to retreat. Don't say it's Shino, but the three people on the opposite side of Shang Shui Lu are all looking at each other. Originally, Shino also wanted to see how Kazama showed Kamui. But now that Kazama has already started to retreat first, Shino can only helplessly follow. Ha, Konoha, these two little devils really like to pretend. That's right, you said that your partner is Sanada Kazama. If it were that guy, we would have died a long time ago. The kid from the fake Kazama, and the kid from the Aburame family, you two are doomed, haha. Chased after Kazama and Shino in the distance. Fangjan, your sudden retreat like this will make me very helpless. After all, this is my first time pretending to be coercive, but now I have not been slapped in the face by the enemy, but I have been slapped in the face by you as a companion. Sorry Shino. Seeing Shino's lifeless appearance, Kazama immediately laughed helplessly. Because our main move is to look for the micro-fragrant insects. The location we were just now is very close to the micro-fragrant insects. If I go to war with the enemy, I am afraid that even the micro-fragrant insects will be affected. At that time, our plan to find Naruto will be a total failure. But I heard you don't have Sharingan. Should you be able to control them directly with demonic illusion? It's really simple to use Sharingan's words, but the three of them are clones, and the main body is still unaffected. What? Hearing Kazama's words, Shino was shocked. Not only because the enemy is thoughtful, but also because the wind can see through the enemy's clone with a single face-to-face effort. That's why you pretend to be invincible and lure them away. That's right, Shino, go back to the place where we were just now to find the fragrant insects, and I will divert their clones and main bodies away. Good. Seeing the wind can not only temporarily change the plan, but also arrange the plan so carefully. Shino had to admire it. Little devil, just escaping is useless. It didn't take long for the three of Shang Shui Lu to surround the wind room. Chapter 208 Hanging Ninja in Iwagakure Village. At this time, Shino had already followed Kazama's instructions, and secretly went to the place where the microfragrant insects were. And Shino next to Kazama is Mokuden, wood-style clone. Just to confuse the enemy, so that Shino can successfully find the microfragrant insect. How dare you impersonate Sanada Kazama to scare us, you brat. Don't say you're not Kazama Sanada, even if you were, we wouldn't be afraid of the Shangshui Ryu family. Are you really not afraid? As soon as Fengyan's words fell, he threw dozens of lily swords at the three clones of the enemy. The speed of action is simply staggering. The enemy's clone did not react at all, and was easily eliminated by the wind. And Kazama chose to use the shuriken instead of other moves. It's because his main purpose is to draw the enemy's body. If you use too powerful moves, the enemy's body will be frightened and flee. If so, Kazama would have no way of knowing Naruto's whereabouts from their mouths. Although they still have scented bugs able to find Naruto. But Fengjan has always been steady in his work, so he must take both the enemy and the micro-fragrant insect in his hands. Damn, this kid still has 2 hits, and he can beat the clones of the 3 of us at the same time. Humph, it's just that we're more skilled at using shuriken. As long as we are ourselves, we will be able to smash these 2 little devils of Konoha into 10,000 pieces. Just as Kazami expected. Once the enemy's clones were destroyed, their main body immediately slaughtered towards the wind. Little stray hair, die. As soon as the 3 of them arrived here, they immediately attacked Kazura and Shino, who had transformed into a clone. The art of insect escape from honey. Insect escape poison bee technique. Thousands of insect escape poison needles. Although the wind room was surrounded by honey at this time, the poisonous bee and the poisonous needle chinbin were all bounced off by it, and they couldn't be hurt at all. In front of Kazama, who has the absolute defense of volcanic stone flames. The attack of these few people is basically like a child playing a house, and it doesn't hurt or itches. You brat, you're not afraid of our attack. Seeing that their poisonous needles and poisonous bees were all bounced off, the 3 of Shang Shuiliu were shocked. Your attack is like tickling, what's so scary? Damn. Hearing Kazama's ridicule, the 3 immediately became furious and stepped up their attacks again. Don't be complacent, Xiao Zamao, although you are fine, your companions are not so lucky. Shino, who is now scarred, the 3 of them immediately burst into laughter. Anyway, it can be regarded as a solution to a member of the Aburame clan, and it can be regarded as avenging for our Shangshiliu clan. Sorry, you probably won't be able to repay this hatred. What? Just as the 3 were laughing wildly, Shino slammed into a piece of wood. Clone, you bastard. Only now did the 3 of Shang Shuiliu realize that they had been tricked by the wind. Angered into anger, they all immediately killed them in the wind. Little devil, although your companion has escaped, you have been trapped here by us. If we don't cut you into pieces, we swear we will not be human. That's too bad, you may really not be adults in the future, Zan Wangyan. With a loud drink in the wind, the honey wrapped on his body was immediately burned into nothingness by the mysterious yellow flame of the different fire. It was still useful to keep these 3 people in the wind, so I used the one with the least power of my own. Chapter 209. Accept me, you're going to fail at pretending. Otherwise, the momentary effort of these 3 people will be turned into nothingness. It is also a headache for a person to be too strong, because with a little force, the opponent will be beaten and vanished. How is this possible? Seeing that at this moment Fengyan's whole body is surrounded by a wonderful flame. The 3 of Shang Shuiliu were so shocked that they took a few steps back and fell out in cold sweat. Even though they were still several meters away from the wind, they could still feel the high temperature emanating from Zan Wangyan. They knew that if they got a little bit of it, they would be burned to ashes. You, who are you? How can a small Konoha genin have such a powerful force? Didn't I tell you my name from the beginning? Are you really that monstrous genius of Konoha, Kazama Sanada? Not bad. Hearing Kazama's answer, the 3 of them all slumped to the ground with a thud. If they run into other people, maybe they still have the courage to continue fighting. But if the opponent is Sanada Kazama, let alone let them fight, even escaping will be a problem. Because their legs at the moment have been frightened to the ground, like the mud. I can't lift it. Nightmare Sky Mist. Kazama said that he used the ability of the Net Lotus Demon Fire, which caused the 3 of them to be hit by demonic illusion at the same time. And try to know Naruto's whereabouts from their mouths. But what Ling Fengjian did not expect was that these 3 people just received the task to come here to solve the micro-fragrant insects. They were unaware of Naruto's whereabouts. Damn, in this case, we can only pin our hopes on Wei Xiangworm. Kazama said that he used the pure lotus demon fire to turn the 3 into fire slaves and put them into his Kamui different space. And immediately rushed to the place where Shino was looking for the tiny fragrant insects. How about Shino, have you found it? The fragrant insect was found, but... As Shino said that, he handed the corpse of the worm in his hand to Kazama. How could this be? Fangjin had clearly sensed that the microfragrant insect was still alive before, but who knew that it was actually dead at this moment? The lifespan of bugs is very short. It should be when we came here, which happened to be the end of its lifespan. As Shino said that, he was about to bury the fragrance bug, but Kazama stopped him immediately. Let me bring it back to life. Fangjin, I know you are powerful, but resurrecting the bug is nothing short of a fantasy. Hearing Kazama's decision, Shino immediately shook his head into a rattle. Even our Aburame family can't revive the bugs. How can you, as a foreigner, do it? What if I did it? Fangjin said, and injected a ray of life into the body of Weixiang worm. Although my pretense failed before, this time I must succeed in pretending. You can't do it. Shino said with a confident gesture. Sorry, Shino, your pretense failed again. As the sound of the wind fell, the already dead micro-scented worm was reborn again. And he kept flying back and forth in front of Shino, as if he was laughing at Shino. You actually have the ability to bring the dead back to life. At this moment, in Shino's eyes, Kazama has been shocked into a god. But why? Why does my pretense always fail? Shino bowed his head in pain. Chapter 210 Scary Urina Hanging the Master of Haifeng. Maybe it's because you're not suitable for pretending. Let's let the micro-scented bug find Naruto. Kazama patted Shino's shoulder with a smile, and then put Naruto's clothes in front of Mixiang bug. The country of the sea. At this time, Naruto has been wrapped by a huge sea creature, and is constantly sucking Kyubi, Nine Tails chakra from his body. Damn, what the hell is going on with you, monster? Why do you want to attack me? Naruto, with his super physique of the Uzumaki clan, just managed to hold on. He was transformed by a domestic resentment, and his name is Haifengju. At this moment, a strangely dressed ninja came over immediately. I saw a knot in the imprint of his hands, and this Haifeng master absorbed chakra even faster. You bastard! Who are you? I have no grievances with you. Why do you want to hurt me? Humph! You and I have no grudges. Can't I do anything to you? It's just that you have a powerful Kyubi, Nine Tails fox in your body. As long as the master of Haifeng can absorb the Kyubi, Nine Tails fox's power, our country of the sea can dominate this ninja world, so you can do it, little brat, and complete our country of the sea, haha. Quote. This ninja of the land of the sea is a typical example of saying the most cowardly things, but doing the most hated things. He thought that if he caught Naruto, he could successfully absorb the Kyubi, Nine Tails chakra in Naruto. But he far underestimated Naruto's strength. Bastard, I'm going to kill you. As Naruto shouted, he immediately used Kyubi, Nine Tails chakra to break free from the shackles of Kaifengju. Then, with 3 punches and 2 kicks, he hit the ninja of the land of the sea below with a bruised nose and a swollen face. Is this the power of the demon fox? It's really powerful. Seeing that Naruto's strength has greatly increased at this moment, the ninja of the land of the sea actually laughed instead of being angry. At this time, before Naruto could react to this, he immediately rushed to the master of Haifeng, and performed a secret technique to merge with him. At this time, the originally huge Haifeng master, his size increased several times in an instant. Even Naruto, who borrowed Kyubi, Nine Tails chakra, was so frightened that he almost collapsed to the ground. Haha, little devil, this is the secret technique of our country of the sea. Today's Haifeng master is more than 10 times stronger than before. Now I will see how you escape. Damn it, necromancy. After Naruto saw it, he hurriedly summoned Toad Wentai, hoping to use its power to defeat Haifengju. But now the owner of Haifeng is in the ocean, and he has already occupied the land. At this moment, even Toad Bunta was beaten by the Sweden water style that he casted and retreated. Naruto, you brat, always summon me to this troublesome place. Don't complain, Boss Toad, hurry up and think of a way to defeat the enemy. Naruto was also in a mess at the moment. He never expected that even the powerful Toad Wentai would not be an enemy's opponent. The enemy is good at Sweeten, water style, then we can only use Kaden, fire style, to deal with him. Then I attack with Toad Oil, and you cooperate with me to cast Kaden, fire style, get ready. Hey, wait a minute. What are you waiting for? It's too late. Toad Bunta said, and sprayed Toad Oil at the owner of Kaifeng in front. But I don't know Kaden, fire style. Naruto was scratching his head in a hurry at the moment. Kaden, fire style, majestic destroyer flame, great fire annihilation. At this critical moment, a sea-like flame immediately fell from the sky. After merging with Wentai's Toad Oil below, it is like a tsunami of flames. Chapter 211 about to absorb the power of Kyuubi, Nine Tails. In an instant, the huge Haifeng master was submerged. After that, its power continued unabated, and even the surrounding sea water turned into a sea of fire. Needless to say, Master Haifeng has long since been burned into nothingness by this powerful Kaden, fire style. The wind room shouted happily to Kazama and Shino in the sky. Kazama, is that the Kaden, fire style, this kid casts? Seeing the appearance of Kazama, even the Toad boss Wentai was taken aback. This kid's Kaden, fire style, just now is so powerful, even without the cooperation of my Toad Oil, it should be enough to hang Haifeng master. Jiraiya is right, this kid is indeed a monster like a genius. Although Gao Wentai has seen countless masters, but such a master with sky-defying strength like Kazama, it is the first time in his life that he has seen him, so he is secretly amazed. Following the farewell of Bunta Kazama, Kazama also learned from Naruto that the Kingdom of the Sea was trying to meddle with the Kyuubi, Nine Tails demon fox. So after Kazama brought Naruto back to Konoha, he told Hokage Tsunade about it. Although Kazama also has the ability to deal with the country of the sea. But Kazama's top priority now is to let Naruto follow Killer Bee's practice, and then take the opportunity to absorb the power of Kyuubi, Nine Tails. Therefore, the grievance between the country of the sea and the country of fire. Kazama felt that it would be more appropriate for the two countries to resolve the matter on their own. What, Kazama, are you going to practice with me? That's great. Because Naruto has always regarded Kazama as his idol. Being able to practice with your idol is something everyone dreams of. Wait a minute Tsunade-sama, let us go with you to the land of thunder. And just as Kazama and Naruto were about to set off, Might Guy and Yamato immediately caught up. It turned out that Tsunade was worried that Naruto would go wild while practicing. Therefore, Yamato, who has the ability to restrain the tailed beast from running wild, and Might Guy, who is very strong in physical skills, were sent to help Kazama. Tsunade is really attentive. Seeing the arrival of Guy and Yamato, Kazama immediately smiled and nodded. In fact, Kazama alone is enough to suppress the runaway Kyuubi, Nine Tails. However, Tsunade was also well-intentioned, and Kazama naturally wouldn't refuse. And this time, the place where Raikage arranged for Killer Bee to train Naruto is not strictly speaking within the Land of Thunder. It is on an isolated island on the border of the Land of Thunder, known as the Paradise Island. The island is completely isolated from the sea, so it can only be reached by boat. Wow, what a big ship! After arriving at the Fire Country Pier, Kazama immediately exclaimed when he saw a large ship in front of him. Kazama, this is not our ship. At this moment, Yamato scratched his head embarrassedly, and pointed to a small boat next to the big boat. Seeing this tattered boat, Kazami was speechless. Tsunade really knows how to live. Mingming has done so many tasks recently and earned so much money, yet he is still so stingy. The wind could only sigh helplessly. But when they were ready to go to sea by boat, once the crew heard about the sea area they were going to pass through, they all backed away in fright, expressing that they did not dare to go there. Why? Seeing that everyone was so scared, Fengjian was greatly puzzled. Little brother, you don't know something. At this time, a sailor immediately explained to the wind. The sea area you are going to pass through is often haunted by pirates. Pirates. Yeah, and it's the kind of pirate who kills without blinking an eye. We don't dare to go all out with you. Seeing that they were just mere pirates, he frightened the sailors into such a state, and Fungian immediately shook his head with a smile. Don't be afraid, everyone, as long as there are us Konoha ninjas, no matter how powerful the pirates are, we will not be our opponents. Pull it down, who can't brag? That is, many people said that they were not afraid of pirates before, but didn't they get killed by pirates in the end? You better find someone else. But, seeing this group of sailors insisting on refusing to go to sea, Kazama and the others felt helpless. Because the route and direction of the sea is completely different from that of the land. If there are no experienced sailors to follow, Kazama and others will stay in the sea forever. If you Konoha ninjas can really defeat those pirates, I can help you go out to sea. Just then, a young man came over immediately. You are. Seeing someone take the initiative to ask Ying, Fungian was overjoyed. But just when he was about to ask the name of the person who came and wanted to thank him. But he never thought that this person would actually kill him. Chapter 212 Get Star Escape Hanging Star Ninja. If you can't even beat me, then don't even think about going out to sea, because those pirates will tear you to pieces. It turned out to be a test of our abilities. Hearing the young man's words, Fungian immediately smiled. Let me meet you. But Kazama didn't do anything yet, but Naruto behind him rushed towards the young man with a big laugh. Take this fight as the beginning of my practice, the art of shadow clone. Seeing Naruto making a move, Kazama immediately stepped aside with a smile. Since someone is willing to serve, the wind is also happy. The secret technique of peacock escape from the stars. But what Lingjian didn't expect was that Naruto was knocked to the ground by the young man's chakra-transformed beast before he even got close. Dozens of shadow clones also dissipated immediately. Humph. If you dare to go out to sea like this, I think you should stay where it is cool, it's for your own good too. The young man turned and left immediately. Damn, you bastard. Naruto, who fell to the ground, was still full of dissatisfaction. Fangjan, it seems that you need to give him some color to see. Although Naruto was not convinced, he knew that his skills were inferior to others, so he could only pin his hopes on Kazama. Little brother, please stay. Do you want to try it too? Good. Before the wind was finished, the young man whistled towards the wind again. Do you think these ninjas from Konoha can beat the Summer Star? At this time, the sailors immediately gathered around to watch the excitement. I see Zan, Shazing's strength is very powerful. The yellow-haired boy was knocked to the ground by him just now. This black-haired one looks very thin, and it is estimated that he has no ability. There are two other ninjas, one wearing a green tights and one wearing a helmet. If you don't know, you think they are joking. I think Konoha ninjas are not as famous as meeting. When everyone said that, they laughed at Fangjan and others. The secret technique of peacock escape from the stars. At this moment, the young man known as the Summer Star once again used the move that defeated Naruto just now. This so-called peacock secret method of star escape seems to be similar to the attack method of my myriad beast spirit fire, but I don't know how powerful it is. Kazama thought that he would not dodge and meet him here, and let the opponent's attack hit him. It's over, this black-haired boy is not as good as the yellow-haired one. Yeah, that kid still knows how to dodge, but he doesn't even dodge. Just when everyone thought that Fangjan would definitely lose. Suddenly, Kazama, who was hit by the Summer Star, was actually intact. And many of the beasts created by the peacock's secret method disappeared immediately. This kid actually blocked Summer Star's attack. It's not blocking it. I think it seems to have absorbed the attack of the Summer Star. What? Absorbed? How is that possible? At this moment, everyone was dumbfounded by the performance of the wind. And Kazama's opponent, Sha Xing, was even more shocked. Because he did see his attack just now, all of which were absorbed by Kazama. If this was put in the past, he wouldn't believe it even if he was killed. Ding! I succeeded in absorbing the secret technique of the Star Escape Peacock. Congratulations to the host for obtaining the Star Escape Star Burning the Sky. Little brother, it's my turn next, the stars will burn the sky. Just when Shashing and everyone were still in shock, Kazama's attack came in an instant. Chapter 213 Slap Might Guy. I saw that all the stars all over the sky turned into meteors and roared towards the bottom, scaring everyone to flee. This is the secret technique of our Xingyan family. Why would he, an outsider, actually use it? The young man known as Summer Star immediately slumped to the ground with a thud, his face full of shock. And just when the meteor that filled the sky was about to come, it disappeared in the next moment. I'm sorry everyone, I was just joking with you. I don't know if I am qualified to invite you to help me go to sea. Seeing that Fengjian spared his life, everyone could see the true strength of Fengjian. I also knew that I had underestimated the wind before, so everyone came over and apologized to the wind. It's all because we have eyes and don't know Mount High. I hope you don't have the same knowledge as us, little brother. Seeing that everyone obeyed him, Kazama nodded in satisfaction. At this time, Shashing also hurried over and asked Feng Jian curiously, Little brother, where did you learn the star-burning sphere that you cast just now? Can you teach me? You must know that this star burning the sky is the secret technique of the family where Shashing belongs. No one will use them except their deceased patriarchs. Therefore, Shashing was of course extremely shocked when he saw that Kazama actually performed this technique. It's a long story, but if you're willing to follow us out to sea and help us point our way, maybe I can teach you. No problem, of course I am willing. To be honest, if you don't teach me little brother, I am willing to help you go to sea. Shashing told Kazama and others about the past of their Xingyan clan. It turns out that Shazing's family was all killed by pirates back then. Even the treasures in their clan were snatched by those pirates. Therefore, in order to avenge his own family, Shashing naturally wanted to follow Kazama and them out to sea, and killed these pirates by the way. Although Kazama's top priority now is to lead Naruto to Killer Bee to practice, and absorb the power of Kyuubi, Nine Tails by the way. However, if you really encounter these pirates who do all kinds of evil on the road, Kazama doesn't mind killing them. Let's go. With a roar of Naruto. With the help of Shashing and several other sailors, Kazama and others set sail successfully. Everyone, because your boat is a hand-cranked boat, the speed of travel will be slower. How slow is it? Naruto is impatient, and immediately asked Shashing. Well, it takes about a month to reach the Paradise Island you mentioned. What, a month? Hearing Shazing's words, even Kazama, who has always been steady, felt that the speed was indeed too slow. If that's the case, then I'm here to give this ship a boost. Might Guy immediately took over the paddle and started a quick stroke. This is youth, so fly everyone. With Might Guy's rapid paddling, everyone's speed has indeed improved a lot. Pity that the resistance of the seawater is too great. Might Guy persisted for only one stick of incense, and then he was directly paralyzed. Let me try it. Kazama immediately cast Rasengan on the stern of the boat. At this time, the Rasengan was like the transmitter, and the ship was moving fast. Then Might Guy's original speed. That's great, we'll be able to resist the destination in 3 days. Shashing said happily after seeing her. Useless wind room, your chakra will run out in a while, you know, I can't last long even as a blue beast. Might Guy smiled and shook his head in the wind. But after half a day, the Rasengan in the wind not only did not disappear, but turned into a big ball Rasengan. The boat that everyone was riding in was like a rocket, moving forward rapidly. You really are a monster. At this moment, even Might Guy, who claims to have unlimited physical strength, had to admire Kazama. Everyone, we're getting close to where pirates often haunt. Before Shashing finished speaking, a large ship with a skull engraved blocked the route of Kazama and others. Chapter 214 Hanging Pirates. At this time, 3 tall pirate leaders immediately appeared on the huge ghost ship. Humph! Even 3 people dare to be pirates, I can solve you in a second. Naruto rolled up his sleeves and was ready to fight. But before he could act, he saw behind the 3 pirate leaders. There were actually thousands of pirates. And each of them is armed with swords, spears, swords, and halberds, shouting at the wind and the others. Although it's just a group of scumbags, this momentum is enough to make one's heart pounding. The leg that Naruto stepped out was so frightened that he quickly retracted it. We are the ninjas of Konoha, and we advise you not to resist needlessly, and to capture them immediately. Yamato immediately stood in front of Naruto and tried to use the name of Konoha to scare off the pirates. But Yamato obviously underestimated the ambitions of these pirates. At this time, when the pirates heard Yamato's reprimand, not only were they not afraid, but they became even more crazy. Just you rubbish ninjas, you dare to let us be captured, just a joke. We have killed all the ninjas in the 5 countries except you Konoha. Since you took the initiative to send them to your door today, then I will fulfill you and open fire. Following the order of the pirate leader, hundreds of heavy artillery immediately appeared on the edge of their ship. What about ninjas? They still have to die under our gunfire, haha. Seeing the sudden attack of the hundreds of heavy artillery, Yamato hurriedly cast Mokuden, wood style, to resist. But who knew that these shells seemed to have eyes, and they actually bypassed Yamato's Mokuden, wood style. Then he continued to kill everyone on the boat. Haha, these cannonballs are all chakra leads by me, you can change the direction of the attack at will, you will die. Sweden, water style, water formation wall. At this critical moment, Fengjian immediately cast a wall of water to block the crowd. Useless kid, my chakra cannon will change direction at any time. Water formation wall in Kazama again. By coincidence, my water formation wall also changes direction. What? Just when the pirate leader thought he was about to succeed. However, he suddenly found that the water formation wall displayed by the wind actually formed a circle, which tightly wrapped everyone in it. At this time, the water formation wall has formed a 360-degree defense without dead ends. Even the chakra cannon, which can change the attack route at any time, cannot find its flaws. Therefore, within a few rounds, these chakra cannons were all shot into the sea by the water formation wall. The arrogant strength that Kazama is showing now, suddenly surprised these pirates. To actually use the 360-degree water formation wall that is unique to the 2nd generation Hokage, this kid in the wind is really amazing. At this moment, even Yamato could not help but secretly exclaimed. It was these 3 pirate leaders who killed our clan and robbed our Xingyan clan's treasure. Sha Xingxing immediately ran behind the wind and whispered to him. Kazama originally intended to kill these pirates instantly. But since these 3 pirate leaders robbed the treasure in Sha Xing clan, that Kazama can only change the strategy, that is, torture them to death, and then force them to hand over the treasure. You bunch of pirates, today I'll let Konoha's blue beasts deal with you. Might Guy said and charged towards the pirate leader on the skeleton ship. But what Guy didn't expect was that he had just arrived on this ship now. Chapter 215 Hanging One Piece. It was surrounded by the rubber technique performed by one of the leaders. No matter how hard Guy struggled, he just couldn't exert any strength. Mr. Guy, I'm here to save you. At this time, Naruto and Yamato also rushed over, ready to rescue Guy. But who knew that not only did the rescue fail, but even the 2 of them were trapped inside by the enemy. Humph, Konoha's ninjas are just like that. Oh, it looks like I have to do it. Seeing that Guy, Naruto, and Yamato were trapped one after another, Kazama immediately shook his head helplessly. Boy, I'm waiting for you. The pirate leader did the same trick again, preparing to trap Kazama too. Little stray hair, don't think you're awesome when you blocked my chakra cannon with a Sweden water style just now. Let me tell you, this rubber technique of mine is very sticky. As long as you stick a little on it, you're stuck here, haha. Just when the pirate leader laughed wildly, thinking that he could restrain Guy, Yamato, Naruto, and Kazama. But he never thought that his rubber technique would not play any role in Kazama now. Not only was it useless, it was even absorbed into the body by the wind. Ding! The technique of absorbing rubber is successful. Congratulations to the host for obtaining the technique of rubber monster. You can actually absorb my rubber art. The pirate leader had never seen such a strange thing before, and he was dumbfounded. Because your rubber technique is too rubbish, I'll show you my rubber technique next. What? You also perform rubber magic? Hearing the words of the wind, the pirate leader was even more shocked. Impossible. No one in the world can use rubber except me. Isn't it impossible if you say it's impossible? Take it, the rubber monster art. As soon as Kazama's voice fell, a monster with a rubber head appeared instantly. And directly swallowed the pirate leader into his stomach. Xiao Mao, you are courting death. Seeing that his companion was defeated, the other pirate leader was immediately furious. Jidon, magnet style, fist of iron sand. I saw that the right fist of the pirate leader was immediately wrapped in magnetic sand. He directly smashed the rubber monster cast by Kazami into pieces. Boy, even if you stealthily learned rubber art, you are not my Jidon, magnet style, opponent. Let's see how I will cut you into 8 pieces. As the pirate leader said that, he waved the huge magnet punch again, and smashed towards the wind. Ding! Successfully absorbed the fist of Jidon, magnet style, iron sand. Congratulations to the host for obtaining Jidon, magnet style, iron sand and waves. You're not even afraid of my Jidon, magnet style. Jidon, magnet style, ninja was taken aback when he saw that his magnetic sand punch was actually absorbed by Kazama. Originally, he thought that his Jidon, magnet style, was so powerful that Kazama couldn't hold it, but he was slapped in the face by the speed of light. Is this the so-called Jidon, magnet style? No big deal. I'm mad at me too. Seeing that Fengjian not only made himself slumped, he even dared to humiliate himself. This Jidon, magnet style, ninja was immediately enraged and attacked Kazama again. I will not only piss you off, but also blow you up, Jidon, magnet style, iron sand waves. Kazama raised his hand slightly, and a wave of sand and iron immediately blocked the Jidon, magnet style, ninja's attack. And buried it in the layers of iron sand. Humph. As expected of Konoha's ninja, he has 2 strokes. Hand seal with both hands and floated in midair. Chapter 216 Get Light Escape Snatch the Pirate Ship. Flying Ninja, it seems that you are the real pirate leader. Yes, the 2 of them are just my entourage. If you think that if you defeat the 2 of them, you will be able to ride on our pirates' necks and shit, that is a big mistake. Today, I will teach you how to be a human being. The sun is shining. Quote. With this real pirate leader shot. The ordinary sunlight in the sky directly merged into a light Jinchuriki column. In an instant, the cabin below was penetrated, and then the seawater was completely penetrated by it. As expected of a pirate leader, he still uses sunlight as a means of attack. Kazama looked at it without fear and rejoicing, because no matter how powerful the opponent's attack was, he would absorb it as much as possible. Moreover, seeing the strength of this light escape from the wind, it is natural to use it for oneself. As long as there is sunshine, I can unleash endless attacks, and then I'm going to roast all of you Konoha ninjas. Be careful in the wind. At this time, Guy, Yamato, and Naruto also saw the unusualness of this light escape, so they immediately shouted into the wind. Be careful now, it's too late. At this moment, 4 rays of light, Jinchuriki column, appeared in sequence from the front, back, left, and right of the wind room. Xiao Mao, your strength is really awesome. It's a pity that you have met me now, and no one in this world can survive in my light escape. Seeing that Kazama was successfully submerged by his own light, the pirate leader immediately burst into laughter. But he was just halfway through laughing when he stopped abruptly. It turned out that after the light escape dissipated, the wind room was not only fine, but even cast a more powerful light escape. Ding! Absorbed the light and the sun shines successfully. Congratulations to the host for obtaining the light and the sun to kill. Impossible. It's absolutely impossible. Seeing the light dun that Fengjian is using at this moment, it is actually more powerful than the light dun that he has been practicing for decades. The pirate leader slumped to the ground in fright. And at this time, with the appearance of the sun in the wind, the pirates in the entire cabin were burned to charred corpses. Only the pirate leader and his 2 followers remained. Because Kazama still needs to get the whereabouts of the treasures in the Summer Star clan from their mouths. The 3 of you are still alive. It doesn't mean you have the ability, but I have left you a dog for the time being. If you don't want to be tortured to death by me, answer my question honestly. Understood. We all understand, little brother. Oh no, big brother. All our gold-silver jewelry is yours, you can take it. At this time, the 3 so-called pirate leaders had been completely frightened by Kazami's formidable strength, and they no longer dared to pretend to be in front of Kazami. Don't give it to me. Where is the treasure of the Xingyan family that you robbed back then? Here. The pirate leader took off the pendant from his neck as he spoke. At this time, Feng Dian came over to take a look, only to find that the necklace contained an extraterrestrial meteorite. And this extraterrestrial meteorite also emits this extremely powerful chakra. The fallen heart flame that follows the trend has the same effect. It seems that this meteorite can also speed up the cultivation of the human body. No wonder these 3 pirate leaders are so powerful. Thinking of this, Kazama immediately handed this thing to Sha Xing, asking him to confirm the authenticity. It's true. This is the treasure of our Xingyan family. Seeing that Fengjian really found this thing for himself, Sha was moved to tears, and kept thanking Fengjian. It's not worth the effort. Little brother Kazama, I will never forget your great kindness and virtue in my whole life. Then you rest well, and I will paddle and set sail for you. No. Kazama said, and brought all the sailors in his ship to the huge pirate ship. Why are we still in a small boat when we have a big boat? Yes, how did we forget about this? The speed of the pirate ship is very fast. Everyone laughed at this moment. In the past, pirates robbed their ships, and now they can finally understand what it is like to snatch pirate ships. Pure Lotus Demon Fire. Then Fengjian turned the 3 pirate leaders into fire slaves. And absorbed them into their own different space, so that they can be used in the future. Guy, Yamato, and Naruto were naturally even more shocked to see that Kazama would do this. With the rapid progress of this pirate ship, it didn't take long to arrive at the destination Paradise Island. But at this time, Kazama and the others were about to land when they suddenly saw a huge rhino appearing on the island, whistling towards him and the others. Chapter 217 Shock Killer Bee. Lord Killer Bee, what are you doing? Kumobakar Ninja Motorcycle in Paradise Island was surprised to see Killer Bee actually let the animals on the island attack Kazama. Sir Killer Bee, we are allies with Konoha now, and that Sanada Kazama is your savior. How can you let the animals on the island attack them? Don't be nervous Motoi, bastard. Killer Bee started his signature rap right away. I heard Lord Rakage say that Kazama saved me in my 2 berserkers, but unfortunately I was in a coma during the berserker, so I didn't see Kazama's ability at all. Since this time he took the initiative to come at this point, I naturally want to try his ability. You all come together. I want to see how powerful this wind room is. With Killer Bee's order, the many giant beasts on the island are lions, tigers, brown bears, and so on. All of them also killed the others in the past. Killer Bee, Kazama is capable of suppressing the Berserk Yutai twice. With his strength, how could the animals on this island be his opponents? You are doing nothing more than that. Wrong. I don't believe he can be so powerful as a kid. If there is really something wrong in the wind room, what should we do? Don't worry, I'll be able to summon these beasts by myself, and won't put Kazuma's life in danger, and in this way, I'll give Kazama a blow, so that he won't dare to underestimate my Killer Bee Jinchuriki column power. Killer Bee finished speaking. He suddenly saw those giant beasts rushing towards the wind, and they all flew back one by one. How is this possible? To see hundreds of giant beasts being defeated in such a way. Not to mention Motoi, even Killer Bee was dumbfounded, and even Rap became stuttering. Killer Bee, this is how you welcome us. At this time, Kazama came to Killer Bee first. Then Naruto, Guy, and Yamato followed behind. You bastard, why let the beast attack us as soon as we meet? Naruto didn't know that Killer Bee was the Killer Bee Jinchuriki column force who wanted to help him control the tailed beast this time. So after hearing Kazama questioning Killer Bee, he immediately yelled at Killer Bee. Ow! At this moment, the giant rhino that had been blown away by Fengjian seemed to be going crazy and charged towards Fengjian again. Oops! When Killer Bee saw it, he was about to turn into a tailed beast, ready to block the rhino's attack. But at this time, Fengji raised one hand and grabbed the huge horn of the rhino and lifted it into the air. You. When Killer Bee saw with his own eyes that Kazama had such a powerful force, he once again turned from a rap master into a stuttering uncle. Because even Killer Bee has to rely on the power of the 8 tails to suppress the beasts on this island. But now Kazama can easily slaughter the beasts on this island with his own strength alone. That's why he and Hokage together can't do it. But this is easy for Kazama, who has super strange power. In this way, Kazama still showed mercy and did not display his more powerful Susanoo. Otherwise, the entire Paradise Island will be razed to the ground by him. I'm so sorry Kazama-sama. At this time, Motoi immediately walked over with a smile on his face. Lord Killer Bee, he is just joking with you, not really wanting to do something to you, so I hope you don't take offense, Lord Kazama. Hearing Motoi's words, Kazama naturally stopped investigating. Because he also knows that Killer Bee is not a bad person, just a person who does things according to his preferences. Moreover, Kazama now has to use the strength of Killer Bee to help Naruto fully master Kyuubi, 9 Tails power. Naturally, I am too lazy to care about Killer Bee. But what the wind didn't expect was that he didn't care about Killer Bee, but Killer Bee began to care about him instead. 218th Palm Hanging Killer Bee. Little devil, are you the Sanada Kazama who helped suppress Yao twice? What do you say? Hearing Killer Bee's question, Kazama immediately said angrily. I'm sorry, Kazama-sama, because when the 8 tails ran away, Killer Bee-sama was already in a coma, so he didn't really see you make a move, so he was curious about you. Shut up, bastard. Before Motoi could finish speaking, Killer Bee interrupted him again with a rap. My dignified Killer Bee Jinchuriki column power, how could I be rescued by a kid like you, and it's only twice, I don't believe you have such a strong strength, I want to duel you. If other people said these words, I am afraid that they would have been bruised and swollen by the wind. But now hearing Killer Bee say these words in a rapping way, the wind suddenly felt a little dumbfounded. I came here to let you train Naruto, not to let you train me. Stop talking nonsense. If you don't agree to duel me, then I won't train Naruto. What? You rap uncle, your personality is too strange. After Naruto heard it, he immediately went forward to reason with Killer Bee, but Kazama stopped him with a smile. Looks like you won't be able to train Naruto with peace of mind if I don't stick your clothes on. That's right, Mina, Yalu. Okay, since that's the case, then let the horses come over. Seeing that Kazama was willing to duel him, Killer Bee immediately danced with joy. Little devil, see how I beat you, my dignified Killer Bee Jinchuriki column power, how could I be suppressed by you? Yao, lend me your power. Killer Bee said and came to the spiritual world of Yao. Hey, Killer Bee, this kid called Kazama is probably the one who suppressed me twice. Although I was a little confused after the rampage, I still have some impressions of his appearance. Stop talking nonsense. What is the strength of this kid in the wind? We will try to find out next. Are you willing to become the defeated general of a kid? You bastard. Well, to be honest, I don't want to be suppressed by a kid. Yatai Niyugi said and merged with Killer Bee, and exerted the power of Yatai's body. Little devil, it's too late to regret it now. Damn, this Killer Bee Jinchuriki column force really likes to mess around. Yamato, Guy, and Naruto all became nervous when they saw the main body of the Eight Tails appearing. Although they knew that Kazama was powerful, they had never seen Kazama's fight against Yahweh. So I don't believe that Kazama really has the strength to defeat the Eight Tails. I never knew what regret was. Good boy, your mouth is quite tough, take it, Mina. Come out, eight-tailed bull ghost. Just when the eight-tailed Killer Bee was about to attack, Kazama also immediately exerted his eight-tailed power and turned into another eight-tailed bull ghost. I rely on. At this moment, Motoi, Yamato, Guy, and Naruto below all said the word, I rely on me, in unison. Because they never thought that the wind could have this ability. Mina quack. As Kazama's opponent at the moment, Killer Bee with eight tails was shocked again and stumbled. Now is not the time for stammering. With 3 punches and 2 kicks, Kazama defeated Killer Bee's Yahweh. Damn it. The power of the eight tails that this kid in Kazama has made me even stronger. At this moment, even the eight-tailed bull ghost in Killer Bee couldn't help being surprised. Tailed Beast Bomb. The panicked Killer Bee heard what Yao said in the body, and forgot that he was now competing with Hefeng, not a battle of life and death. So he opened his mouth and immediately cast Tailed Beast Bomb. Killer Bee, you're crazy. The Motoi below couldn't help shouting when he saw it. And when Killer Bee slowed down and wanted to take back the Tailed Beast Bomb, it was too late. Because the Tailed Beast Bomb had already attacked the eight-tailed bull demon that had changed in the wind. Everyone, hurry up and escape. Ran over to Naruto, Yamato, Guy and others. And just when everyone thought Kazama would be killed by Tailed Beast Bomb of Yao, but suddenly found that Tailed Beast Bomb did not explode immediately. So everyone looked up suspiciously, and the scene in front of them immediately surprised them even more. Chapter 219 Beat Killer Bee. It turned out that Kazama used to be an eight-tailed cow ghost, but now it has become a QB, nine-tails demon fox. And hit Killer Bee's Tailed Beast Bomb directly. Damn it. Didn't you say Naruto is QB, nine tails, Jinchuriki, column force? Why can Kazama also become QB, nine tails? Motoi immediately asked Yamato and Guy in surprise. But at this time, the two of them were just as shocked as Motoi. They also don't know why Kazama has the power of QB, nine tails. Naruto, did you know? At this time, the three of Yamato looked at Naruto at the same time. Stunned by the battle between Kazama and Killer Bee. Looks like he doesn't know either. Yamato and the others could only sigh helplessly. The battle between Kazama and Killer Bee again. Kazama originally had the power to completely suppress the eight tails, but now it has transformed into a QB, nine tails demon fox, which is naturally a higher level of strength. Therefore, in a few breaths, the eight-tailed bull ghost transformed by Killer Bee was beaten with a bruised face. Killer Bee, who were still arrogant before. At this moment, under Funyun's subordinates, there is nothing but embarrassment to avoid, and even the courage to fight back is gone. Killer Bee, you idiot, hurry up and beg Fengjian for mercy, let him fight like this, and I will die. Killer Bee had long wanted to throw in the towel, but he kept holding on because of his face. But now that he has lost face when he sees eight tails, then his face is useless. So Killer Bee hurriedly took back the body of the eight tails, and began to apologize to the wind. Sure enough, it's a hero coming out of a young man. I'm willing to bow down to the next one. Killer Bee will voluntarily admit defeat. Hearing Killer Bee's words, Motoi was taken aback. Because even in the battle with Hokage, Killer Bee never conceded defeat. But now after only a few rounds, Killer Bee voluntarily conceded defeat. Motoi had to admire Kazama's strength. Because in this world, except Kazama, no one can make Killer Bee voluntarily admit defeat. As Kazama returned to its original appearance, Yamato and the others recovered from their shock. So he immediately came to the side of the wind, and asked the wind at all times. Kazama, how can you have the powers of Yatai and Kyubi, Nine Tails, at the same time? Seeing the curious eyes of Yamato and the others, Kazama immediately laughed. Although Kazama is a companion with Yamato and others, he will not reveal the abilities of his own system. He will not admit that he really has mastered the power of Yahweh and Kyubi, Nine Tails. This is just an ordinary transformation technique, not the real power of the tailed beast. Our top priority is to let Naruto learn how to control Kyubi, Nine Tails, as soon as possible. Oh, that's fine. Seeing that Fengjan was reluctant to say more, it was naturally inconvenient for everyone to ask more. After all, what kind of ability Kazama possesses is his own secret. If you want to learn how to control a tailed beast, you must first pass the trial of a real waterfall. As Killer Bee said, he took Kazama and the others to a waterfall. If you can't eliminate the darkness in your heart, even if you can control the tailed beast in the future, you will eventually be attacked by the tailed beast. Okay, I see. As Naruto said that, he sat on a stone opposite the waterfall and began to hold his breath. As long as you can successfully wake up next, then you have the qualification to control the tailed beast. Killer Bee laughed inwardly when he said this. Chapter 220 Slap Killer Bee. Because if you want to eliminate the darkness in your heart, you can't do it overnight, it can take a few months as fast as you can, and a few years later. Killer Bee thought that as long as Naruto couldn't wake up for a long time, Kazama and the others would definitely be anxious. At that time, I have to ask myself, so that Killer Bee can take the opportunity to find a little face in the wind. Killer Bee, you're a very insidious fellow. Yao knew what Killer Bee was thinking, so he immediately laughed and scolded him. Haha, that's of course, no matter what, I'm also a dignified Killer Bee Jinchuriki column force. I was defeated by Kazama just now and lost face. I must find it in Kazama. This real waterfall is only my experience, however, only I can help Naruto eliminate the darkness in his heart. Just wait and watch the show. Just when Killer Bee was laughing, Naruto in the real waterfall was already sweating profusely and trembling all over. After seeing it in the wind, it is not good to secretly say, because this is obviously a symptom of going crazy. If it goes on like this for a long time, I am afraid that Naruto will die before he learns how to control the tailed beast. Killer Bee, what's going on with Naruto? At this time, Yamato also saw that Naruto was wrong. This is Naruto fighting against his own demons, and if he wins, he will be able to wake up successfully. And what if it fails? That would be. Killer Bee said this with a pretentious sigh. Damn, why didn't you tell me earlier? Yamato immediately wanted to wake Naruto, but was stopped by Killer Bee. I advise you not to act rashly. Not only will you not help Naruto, but it will accelerate his failure. Then what do you say? Seeing Yamato take the bait, Killer Bee immediately laughed proudly. If I want to help Naruto now, I can only enter his spiritual world with the power of my fellow Jinchuriki column, and help him defeat his inner demon together. Then why don't you act quickly? Hearing Yamato's urging, Killer Bee pretended to shake his head again. Entering the spiritual world requires a lot of chakra, so let me rest for a day, and then I will help Naruto. How can that be done? If something goes wrong with Naruto next, we can't afford it. I hope you will save Naruto because we Konoha and you Kumobaka are allies. Yeah, please. Hearing Yamato Guy, please, Killer Bee immediately looked at Kazama again proudly. Obviously waiting for Kazama to come and beg him. Isn't it just to help Naruto eradicate the demons? I can do it too. As Fengjan said, he was ready to cast Qinglian Earth Heart Fire. Because Qinglian Earth Heart Fire can make people calm down and get rid of the symptoms of ecstasy. What? Just you? Hearing Kazama's words, Killer Bee immediately burst out laughing. Little brother Kazama, I know you are powerful, But to eradicate inner demons, it's not just about being strong, you must also be a human being. Jinchuriki column force, so you can enter the spiritual world of human. Jinchuriki column force. Naruto's spiritual world can't be entered, how can we help? Just as Killer Bee was talking, he suddenly saw a wisp of jade green flames appear on Feng Jian's hand. Then the flame entered Naruto's body. Are you planning to use Kaden fire style to burn Naruto to death? Haha. Killer Bee didn't know the wonders of the Qinglian Earth Heart fire, so he laughed again in the wind.